So your friend Karen has created a PowerPoint presentation, and it stinks, right? That goes beyond. That's pretty obvious, right? It's pretty bad. Now, your goal is to try to make it better. What do you tell her to do, right? So a lot of students will approach this thread and they'll say, "Well, this isn't very good, and that's not very good, and she should change it." Okay. Well, how? What would you do specifically? Okay. In fact, what you can do this week, and this is going to be extra credit again, there will be an extra credit assignment in this thread or related to this scenario, is take what she has as a PowerPoint presentation and make it better. Try to improve it and include a PowerPoint file to your initial post where you say, these are the 3 or 4 things I would do, and here it is. Now, that's not required. This is extra credit. But if you want some extra credit, that's one thing you can do, is you can take what she has, and I think the file itself is not PowerPoint. I think it's actually like a photo file, so you'd have to kind of find a way to play with it a little bit, and you don't have to copy and paste it word for word or copy it word for word, but essentially give me some sort of PowerPoint that seems to address, generally speaking, what Karen's topic is about, and try to pretty it up a little bit. Try to make it look more professional. Now, you don't have to spend 3 hours doing this. Please don't. But you can spend 15, 20 minutes doing this, and it's an easy way to earn a lot of extra credit this week. So that's one thing you can do, is not only discuss the thread and discuss some options that Karen has and give some tips and tricks, but also, if you want, you can put in a PowerPoint presentation and earn some extra credit. Now, there is another thread, and this thread is another one of these ethical dilemma kinds of threads. And it has to do with this kind of stuff, talking about PowerPoint and using it on the job, but it also talks about another very important subject, and that is plagiarism. And plagiarism is something some of you have maybe have never heard of, others have, but this is basically a certain kind of theft. This is intellectual theft, where basically you're taking somebody's information and you're passing it off as your own. Now, this can happen to college students a lot when they're writing papers and they're doing presentations, and they don't cite a source, or they go to an author or some sort of respected expert, and they take that person's information and they don't cite it, and that's considered plagiarism. This is actually considered intellectual theft, where you're actually stealing somebody else's ideas, and you want to avoid that because you can fail in college, but you can also endure um, civil penalties too. People have been sued over this kind of stuff. So plagiarism is an important topic. So the added thread that I have is about that. There's a scenario in which plagiarism occurs, and you have to deal with it. The question is, how do you deal with it? What specifically are you going to do to remedy this situation? And I give a little example. There's a little link that I have that will give you a little bit more information on plagiarism. And if you want to participate in that, that obviously will count towards your overall post count for the week. It's not required, but it's definitely highly recommended that you do so. So looking forward to seeing what you all have in store for us this week. Thanks.